Gotta stop that before I copyright myself. My arm is like this because we were moving the bed and stuff and I grazed it. And there's an open wound that I don't want wind and air onto because it makes it more tingly. So yes, that's why if you were curious. And if you're not curious, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to Life Like Bunny. I am Bunny, the life that is off. And if you are not new to the channel and you've been, just stumbled onto this, welcome. Thank you for clicking onto my face. I appreciate that shit. I'm glad I enticed you. Consider subscribing because that shit helps me out. You become part of the sticky bunny weirdness and you can enjoy it. Consider that shit. Old subscribers, you're the sun that shines in my pussy. I appreciate you. You're amazing. Mwah. You're the je ne sais quoi. But anyway, today I've got another video for you guys. If you've not read the title, I will say it for you. Today's video is another story time, and I'm talking about how one time at a Tesco car park in a village far, far away, I basically got racially profiled by this Tesco car park in cahoots with this Karen bitch. And yeah, that's a story time on that and how I flipped them off and how they threatened to call police on me and all that nonsense. And that's just my story of how I had to basically flip up this guy and I dealt with the Karen. And I want to talk to you guys about it because we share. Sharing is caring. And I also don't have enough money for therapy, so you're my therapy. Let's talk about getting racially profiled, my love. Do not forget to like the video. That shit helps me out. Comment your thoughts as the video goes along. That shit also helps me out. Also lets me know your thoughts as the video goes along. That shit is amazing. Share it. Also, that shit is good. One thing I was gonna say, I forgot. Oh, I remember. The song that you had at the beginning, which might get me copyrighted, is my song. It's Gelatin and it's out on all platforms. You can stream it and listen to it. There's a music video as well that you can go watch. It's Gelatin on all platforms. Sticky Bunny Way at the search for it. I've got a new song coming out as well. It might be coming out by the time this video is out. It's called Natural Shit and it's coming out soon. You listen to it, you would love it. Links are down below. So if you're new to this channel, you might not know, but I've talked about it in a couple of videos. Me and my husband, I am married if you do not know, even though I don't wear rings. Me and my husband were living in a van. It's like a converted Sprinter van. If you do not know what that is, converted Sprinter van basically are like these parcel vans, but sometimes people buy them and build up the insides to have electrics, to have a shower, to have a toilet, to have it be like a little mini converted house basically on wheels. So we had one of those converted and we were living in it for a while, for 3 years, basically from 2019 to up to recently when we came to Uganda. We were living in that converted van for a really, really long time. And when you live in the converted van, there's certain things you don't have. Basically, for us, we were lucky. We had a shower, we had a place to cook, we had a full-size oven. I may put in some pictures if I find them. We had a full-size oven, but the issue is, even if we had a bed and had everything, the issue was, we didn't have a place to permanently just dispose our rubbish, because you keep moving everywhere. You don't have a permanent place to put your rubbish. That just makes sense. So we had to always find public bins that are fine for us to put their bin, to put our rubbish. And the bin had to say public bin, because some bins do say that, like a public tip, where anybody from the local area can just put their rubbish as long as it's sorted out. And we had no issue doing that. We would drive however long it would take for us to find a place, put our rubbish nicely, and we'll sort it. We'll sort the recycling all the time. We never fucking mixed it. And then we had the food bits and then the other things separated. So when we found one of them recycling bits, so we would just tip it in. So one time we were parking in this area. I don't know whether I'll say, but it's some place in England up north. And there is this car park at Tesco's, and Tesco's, they have public bins. You can use them. They don't have any sort of what is it called? Deterrent on when to use them, on how to use them, or whatever. As long as you've sorted it, like I've said, you can push your rubbish in there. So for a while, for a few weeks, we were staying around that area. So we would go to the Tesco car park to throw our rubbish nicely and just fine. And we never had an issue with that. But the thing is with living in the van when you're black, you get profiled a lot. Like some places that are fine for just like a white couple or just a white person and them own to be, they're not fine for us because people are always questioning why we were there, in particular why I was there. So it made things funny, like even like innocent things like just using the rubbish tips and stuff like that. It just made people just act funny. They thought, oh, we're doing something wrong, even if what we were doing was okay. And this falls into what was going on. So initially, usually what I would do when we were driving and we thought the place was not like black people friendly, because it happened a lot, I would always like literally dip right down so people didn't see me and so that we didn't have any issues, which is like in hindsight it's so fucked up, but I really had to do it because these places are hostile. They would just call the police on us for no reason, just like that. And nobody wants to be harassed like that when you're in the middle of your time, when you're in the middle of your day. So we would rather just hide and we'll just avoid the fact, because we're not even that much of confrontational people. So bear that in mind. But this time I didn't dip down, because normally even if we're getting the rubbish bin, just like a big giant red van with a black girl in it, these people just feel entitled to question my presence. But usually I'll dip down, like I said. But this time we had driven to go throw out the bins like we usually do, and it was a lot of it, so I offered to help him instead of ducking down like I usually do, so I don't get seen, so we don't have an interaction with somebody, because these people also use it as an excuse to be like, oh, you're black, I just want to talk to you, we don't see a black person often. So they use it just as some weird excuse to try to talk to me or something, because they don't see me often, or they don't see somebody like me like that often. So it's a nonsense. So even to avoid nonsense conversations I don't want to have, I would usually hide, just as a thing. Bear that in mind. Like I've said, this time I chose not to hide because, you know, I wanted to help him out. We had a lot of rubbish. We hadn't like taken it out in about a week. So I was just like, it's fine, let me just help you put the rubbish away and stuff. It would just make life easy for you and stuff. And it looked like there was not that many people around, so I'll give you the bottles, put in the bottles, then I'll give you the big cardboard, put in everything. And then I noticed this Karen bitch see us, and at first I was like, it's nothing, but she acted a bit funny. She kept on looking like this, like watching what we're doing and stuff, and I was just like, that's weird. And I talked to my husband and I told him, hi, like, look at that bitch, she's acting a bit funny, I bet you she's gonna have a confrontation with us. I legit told him about it. And then after she was doing this and stuff, we just ignored her and we were just dealing with our rubbish and just putting it through as we're supposed to, because it's sorting it out and it was a lot of rubbish and it was gonna take quite some time. Listen to my music. But anyway, so yes, we continued to ignore the bitch. But after a while, she stopped, looking to us like that. And I was like, oh no, she disappeared. I think I was just being paranoid and she was just on to her business. And I kind of like almost gaslit myself a bit. And I was like, that's done. So we did with our rubbish. And as we were finishing our rubbish, this man came to us and he was just like, you guys are fly tipping. You're just throwing rubbish where it's not supposed to be. And I was just like, what? And at first I said nothing, and then my husband tried to talk to him and he's like, no, we're not fly tipping, we're throwing rubbish in the right place. I don't understand why you think we're fly tipping, we're not. This man that came out, I forgot to say guys, he's a guy that worked in Tesco's. So he came out to talk to us and question how we were throwing out the bins. And we told him, no, we're just throwing out the bins in the right places and everything. So I don't understand what the issue was. And he's like, no, I think you're fly tipping, guys. I think you're putting it in the wrong place. I'm like, no, you can say we're not. And in fact, matter of fact, we're done. And then in the background, I saw the lady, she was literally there clenching her hands like that, watching this situation and what's going on. And in my head, I had an instinct of just like, this bitch probably has something to do with it. And I just did nothing to do. I did nothing. We still talked to the guy, explained everything to him, and then he left. When he left, I watched him leave. He left to go speak to the woman. And in my head, I'm like, why is he going to speak to this woman? What the fuck? So I went and I approached them while they were speaking to each other, and I was like, hey, what is going on? Why are you speaking to her? Did she tell you anything to us? Is she the one that called you from Tesco's managing your business and tell you that we're fly tipping? And the guy is like, no, it's fine, it's no issues. And she's like, yeah, I saw you guys fly tipping. In fact, she spoke then. And I was like, what the fuck? No. You didn't see us fly tip because we did not do that. It's literally clear. You mark the bins in the right place and we did that. And I was just like so bamboozled. And she's like, oh, I had to call him to make sure that you guys are not dirtying the place. And I was like, are you okay? And I was just like, woman, you're racist. You saw a black woman. Yeah? you saw a black person in this space and you think I'm not allowed to be there, so you called the whatever person you think is in authority to tell them that I've done something wrong because you think my presence here is wrong. And I basically said something along those lines to her, and she just started laughing. Ha 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 ha! I'm not racist. You're getting aggressive. Oh fuck! She started calling me aggressive, and I was like, bitch, what? Aggressive what? And I was like, aggressive? I'm saying you are racist. You are racist. And she's like, I'm not racist. You cannot call me racist. You don't know me. And I was like, I am the only black one in this scenario. My husband is white. That man is white. You're white. You guys do not know what racism is if it even fucking hit you in the fucking face. I know what racism is, and I'm telling you what it is, and you're supposed to fucking agree, you bitch. I mean, I didn't call her bitch, but you know, I was thinking it. And then the guy is like, oh no, we don't have to call people racist. You don't have to get aggressive. We don't have to cuss, because I said fuck me. You know what I mean? Because I was like, fuck me. I said it like that. And they were trying to imply that I'm saying fuck to them, that I was saying like fuck you to her or fuck you to them. And I was like, girl. I did not say fuck you to you. I said fuck you. Fuck me. Sorry, I said fuck me, not fuck you. So I don't understand why you're trying to twist. And by the way, guys, they were trying to call the police. They said they're going to call the police because I'm being aggressive, because I said fuck you. And I was like, yes, call the police. Please, call the police and tell them it's illegal to say fuck you in a Tesco's car park. Sorry, to say fuck me in a Tesco's car park. Call police and tell them it's illegal for someone to say fuck me in a Tesco's car park. I did not direct it as you. I was saying in a frustrated way, because I have a right to be frustrated and say fuck me. And then they started to be like, it's fine, we don't have to escalate this and da. How you trying to call police on me because I said fuck? Because I said fuck me. I was like, wow. When they said that shit, I flipped my hand is gone right now, but like I flipped them off like this, and then I walked away like, and I felt super fucking cool, because like, you're racists. And I walked out, and we drove off our van and left. And I felt victorious because I was not about to let them get away with it. Oh, one thing I forgot. When they were trying to tell me like, oh, I'm not racist. When I told them that they were racist, they were like, I'm not racist. And I was like, girl, you're a blonde white man. You're blonde with blue eyes or something. Yeah, I was like, you're blue-eyed man, white man. You don't know racism. You cannot look at me and start telling me what is and what isn't racist. And he was like, yeah. And then I flipped him off and I left. It was awesome. Stand up to racists if you can. They're not gonna beat you up, try. Because I did that. So yes, and that is my story of when I had to do that, guys. I had to stand up to a Karen. She literally threatened to call the fucking police. What a bitch. Ah, fuck off, bitch. Hopefully you enjoyed this story time, but can you believe that? Can you believe she tried to call the police on me because I said fuck? And also she said we're fly tipping, and we clearly weren't. Why would anyone fly tip when the bins are literally right there? Does that even make sense? Stupid cunt. But yeah, that was that bitch. Do not forget to like the video if you liked it. Comment your thoughts. Do you think I was in the right? You know, do you think the bitch was in the wrong? Let me know. I like to know. Do not forget to share the video to whoever find it useful. Comment your thoughts like I've said. Let me know what you thought. Like it. Or everything good and juicy is down in the comment section below. Do not forget to eat pussy, side dick, and everything in between. Stream my music. I love you guys. Bye. I'm really tired. That was a very long, arduous video. Ow. He won a piece of cookie.